All right, so let's go through the MaxxFan Deluxe air vent. This air vent is multi-directional, so you can either blow air out or pull air in depending on the application. There may be times where you have a smell or something you're trying to get out that you want to pull the air out of the van, or the most typical application is to get some airflow throughout the van. To turn on the air vent, there's a couple options. You can either use the power button on the fan itself, or you are given a remote as well. To use the remote, you're going to want to point it directly at the fan, and then it'll just kick on there. And now we have airflow throughout the van. We'll just kick that off. And then when you turn it off, if the hood is open, it will automatically close there and be shut. The remote itself has a little holder spot for it so you don't lose it. It's super easy to lose remotes, so just make sure you put it back in its holder. To change the direction of the airflow, there is an in and an out button, and that is also on the remote as well. To turn the speed up and down, there's a plus and a minus sign. And then also, if you hit both buttons, it'll open the hood or close the hood depending on what position it is currently in. You can also manually open and close the hood with this twist knob. So you just turn it. So say you just want it partially open, you can kind of leave it in that position. And then another thing of note about the hood itself, you're going to want to make sure before you take off and start driving, you have that hood in the closed position. The MaxxFan has a built-in temperature control, so if you want to utilize that, you turn the fan on. The hood will open up if it's not already open, and then you press and hold this set auto to 78. A green light will kick on, and then if you want to lower or raise the temperature of that auto, you just adjust it with the plus and minus sign. You can see that the number is going down when I hit the minus. And then the function of that is you can kind of set the temperature and forget about it. The fan will kick on and off depending on the internal temperature of the van. The fan will occasionally build up dust particles, so you may have to clean the screen here on the fan. To do that, there are these 4 white points here, and you just twist them, loosen them up that way, and then the screen will pop out. You can rinse it off, dust it out, then you just place it back up into position. You may have to do a little bit of, yeah, there you go, wedge it up in there, and then you just turn the knobs back into the straight position. This van is not currently set up this way, but you're in a van that has 2 air vents. One tip for getting some better airflow is having one blowing air out and one pulling air in. It will kind of create like a circular motion of the air to flow the air throughout the van. Also, another tip for getting some better airflow is if you have the ability to open your doors or your windows, that'll also create some extra circulation. We do have some options, bug walls and window vents that will allow you to keep your doors open without worrying about bugs getting in, but that'll just increase your airflow inside the van. This air vent is built for all weathers. The hood on it helps keep water out. Unless it's raining sideways, you're really going to be able to keep that hood open at all times to operate the fan.